Xiaomi just dropped a phone that's making a lot of people rethink what budget actually means. The Poco X8 Pro is expected to land around £300, and for that price, the spec sheet reads like something way more expensive. Dual rear cameras, a massive display, a build made from real metal and glass. Some reviewers are even throwing around the word flagship. We were skeptical too, so we spent over 2 weeks putting it through everything. Cameras, battery, gaming, the works. And there's one thing this phone does that isn't even mentioned on the spec sheet, but it might be the most important feature of the entire package. We'll get to that. Let's start with how it feels in the hand, because this is where budget phones usually give themselves away. Not here. The X8 Pro has a glass back and an aluminum frame, completely flat sides, and a coating on both the glass and the frame that resists fingerprints. It comes in black, white, cyan, and yes, a special Iron Man edition finished in gold. We tested the more everyday colors, and the black and white versions both get a red ring around the power button that adds a nice bit of contrast. Every button lives on the right. Edge, just a volume rocker and a power key. Nothing fancier like the camera controls you'd find on a modern iPhone. That's not a complaint, it keeps things simple. Up top, there's a built-in IR blaster, so this can double as a remote for your TV or a C. The phone is also IP68 rated for dust and water, matching what you'd expect from phones, costing twice as much. Flip it over and you'll notice 2 large camera housings with an LED flash beside them. Each camera ring lights up in RGB. You can set it to glow during calls or notifications, or just switch the whole thing off. It's a little flashy, sure, but it's a fun touch you don't see often. Charging happens through a USB-C port on the bottom, though it's limited to USB 2.0 speeds, meaning slower file transfers and no video output through the cable. At this price, that's an easy trade-off. There's no headphone jack and no micro SD slot, but that's pretty standard across the board now. On the left side sits a dual physical SIM tray. Worth noting, there's no eSIM support at all here. Now, the cameras. To really test what corners Xiaomi cut to hit this price, we shot side-by-side comparisons against the pricier Redmi Note 15 Pro Plus, which packs a 200-megapixel main sensor. The Poco's main camera is 50 megapixels, paired with an 8-megapixel ultra, and you can shoot at either 50 or 12 megapixels. We mostly stuck with 12, since the extra resolution barely changed the detail. Comparing daytime shots, nothing jumped out as a weakness on the Poco side. The Redmi sharpens its images a bit more aggressively, but overall detail was close between the two, honestly. We preferred the Poco's more natural, less processed look, even though it still pushes saturation and contrast a bit, especially in HDR. Switching the Redmi to its full 200-megapixel mode does pull out a bit more detail when you zoom into distant subjects, but the gap isn't dramatic. For a phone at this price, the results were genuinely impressive. Ultra-wide shots were close to identical between the two, since both use 8-megapixel sensors, fine for landscapes or buildings, but there's clearly room to grow. If you shoot RAW, the Poco supports both 50 and 12 megapixels, while the Redmi caps out at 12. Detail-wise, they were nearly indistinguishable. Though RAW files from both phones captured noticeably more than their processed JPEGs, the real surprise was the front camera. The Poco actually beat the Redmi here, with sharper selfies and far more natural skin tones. Both phones cap selfie video at 108 OP, but the Poco's footage had noticeably better color. Around back, video recording tops out at 4K 60 on the main lens and 108 OP60 on the Ultra, and footage from both came out stable, clean, and free of weird artifacts. Obviously, a high-end iPhone will still outshoot this thing, but for the price, the Poco X8 Pro trades blows with a phone that costs meaningfully more. Value has always been Poco's calling card, and this generation leans into it hard. Under the hood is MediaTek's Dimensity 8500 Ultra, a mid-range 4nm 8-core chip. Storage starts at 256 gigabytes and goes up to 512 gigabytes, which is more generous than what Samsung or Google offer on their flagships right now. RAM starts at 8 gigabytes with a 12 gigabytes option available. Day-to-day stuff, browsing PDFs, scrolling social apps, is completely smooth. The only place you'll ever feel a slowdown is in demanding games, and we'll break that down next. On Geekbench 6, single-core performance isn't the star of the show. It trails last year's Poco F7 by about 25% and the Pixel 9a by 13%. Multicore tells a different story. The X8 Pro comes out 50% ahead of the Pixel 9a and 7% ahead of the F7. It also beat the Redmi Note 15 Pro Plus across every benchmark we ran. In 3DMARK's Wildlife Extreme test, it pulled even further ahead, 70% faster than the Pixel 9a and 2% faster than the F7. Now for gaming, which is probably why a lot of you are watching, MediaTek chips don't always get the same developer optimization as Snapdragon, so we went in cautious. Delta Force put those worries to rest. The phone ran a steady 60 FPS on the HD preset, or 120 FPS on standard, matching the Snapdragon-powered Poco F7, and it stayed cool even at that higher frame rate. All our testing used the ultimate performance mode along with Wild Boost through Xiaomi's Game Turbo app. Fortnite is capped at 60 FPS on every Xiaomi phone due to a known software limitation, but the X8 Pro hit that ceiling comfortably with every setting maxed out, and heat was never an issue. Minecraft, surprisingly, is one of the toughest games to run well on Android. With everything cranked to max and render distance pushed high, flying around a fresh world for 20 minutes settled around to 9 FPS, which sounds modest, but is actually a strong result. Even some dedicated gaming phones struggle here. Drop to performance mode though, and you're comfortably above 60 FPS. Battery is a 6,500 mAh. Silicon carbon cell with support for up to 100 West wired charging. Looping an HD YouTube video at max brightness, it lasted 19 hours and 55 minutes solid. Though short of the Pixel 9's 24-hour result, in real-world daily use with 5G, it comfortably covers a full day, sometimes stretching into a second depending on how heavy your usage is, though we found ourselves topping it up overnight, out of habit rather than necessity. Xiaomi rarely disappoints on displays, and this one doesn't either. It's a 6.59-inch AMOLED panel, just a touch smaller than a Galaxy Ultra or iPhone Pro Max, with vibrant colors and nearly invisible bezels. At 460 pixels per inch, everything looks crisp. Manual brightness tops out at 800 nits, climbing higher automatically in direct sunlight. The 120 Hz refresh rate keeps scrolling and gaming feeling fluid. And it's protected by Gorilla Glass 7i, with a screen protector already applied out of the box. The fingerprint sensor is an optical under-display unit, not the fastest on the market, but consistently accurate. Face Unlock is available too, though it's less secure and won't work for banking apps or NFC payments. Audio comes from a dual-speaker setup, one firing from the bottom, one through the earpiece, and they sound far better than expected. With Dolby Atmos switched on and a bit of tuning, you get sound quality that starts closing in on what you'd get from a recent iPhone. Bass could use a bit more punch, but for a phone, at this price, it's a genuinely impressive setup. Now, the part where Poco phones usually stumble, software. The X8 Pro runs HyperOS 3 on top of Android 16. And there's nothing wrong with the OS itself, but setup immediately pushes a list of sponsored app installs. Skip them, and you'll still end up with around 18 pre-installed apps, including things like Booking.com and Microsoft Copilot, plus system-wide ads you'll need to switch off individually. Competing budget phones like the CMF Phone 2 Pro or Pixel 9a ship with noticeably less clutter. Here's the redemption, and it's the feature we teased at the start. Xiaomi is committing to 6 years of security updates on this phone. That's a massive jump over previous Poco generations, and means this device has real staying power. You won't be forced to upgrade just because support dries up. The exact number of full Android version upgrades hasn't been confirmed, but security coverage is the part that matters most long-term, and 6 years is genuinely excellent. Putting it all together, we walked away more impressed than we expected to be. Performance won't match a true flagship, but it's more than capable for gaming and everything else you'll throw at it. The cameras punch above their price, battery life is strong, and the screen and speakers both outperform expectations. We wouldn't call this a flagship, but it nails the fundamentals of what a smartphone needs to do. Less bloatware and a proper telephoto lens would make it even better. But if you can find the Poco X8 Pro under £300, it's one of the strongest value picks available right now. And if cameras and top-tier performance matter more to you, it's worth checking out the Poco F8 Pro instead. It costs more, but it delivers a genuinely flagship-level experience.